Most web designers struggle because they don't know how to consistently find clients on demand. I'll show you free tools plus paid strategies like simple ad campaigns that get people who are already interested in your services to book calls with you. The problem? Most people do outreach all wrong. They waste time manually finding emails, sending generic messages like, "I build mobile-friendly websites," and no one replies. That used to be me. My first year, I got 3 clients and wasted hours cold calling, DMing, and hearing crickets until I figured out a system that works. Once you learn this, you'll have a predictable way to get leads and clients anytime you want.
So with that being said, let's actually dive into my screen. The first tool that I have here for you is free. It's called GMaps Extractor. I'll have a link to it right here. And as you can see, for the free plan, you can get about 1,000 leads per month, which should be plenty for you to actually get started. And by the way, all the different tools that I'm going to mention here, I put together nicely in a document for you so that you have one place that you can see them. And that's also going to be linked in the description there. So here's an example of what that's going to look like. You're going to install this as a Chrome plugin, and then it's just going to show up like this. You can go into any industry. I typed in landscaper Las Vegas. Here we have a bunch of businesses, people that have websites, people that don't have websites. All you're going to do is hit start extracting, and that's going to give you a spreadsheet of all these different people that you can look at in a nice format. So here's an example of what that could look like. We have the business name, we have their business category, we have phone numbers, we have their website, and so forth. We have their address, we have some social media profiles. As you can see here, we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook. Some of these even have Instagram, and some of these also have Twitter. And then on top of that, you have their rating and you have how many reviews they actually have on their Google page. And this is very important because now you can reach out to business owners and make it sound as if you typed that email or that message specifically to them. You can say something like, "Hey, business name, I saw that you had X rating on Google, and I saw that you had a Y number of reviews. Are you still open? ? I wasn't able to find your website online." And the way you can see if they have a website or they don't is you can scroll over to the site section and you can just categorize it by ascending. And all it's going to do is it's going to categorize everyone that has a website up here and everyone that doesn't have a website down here. And then you can reach out to them. This is exactly what I did in my live cold calling video. And people were just so confused about how I found all these businesses that didn't have a website. So now, as you can see, everyone here that I'm scrolling does not have a website. And by the way, this is in one city and one industry. So now what we have to do is clean up these phone numbers and see who actually has a cell phone on here. And the best way that I do that is by using this tool right here. Again, you can actually get started for free. You're going to take that list and segment it by people that don't have websites and just import it into here. And what it's going to do is it's going to tell you whether it's a landline or a mobile line. Most of the time that I call someone and it's their cell phone, it is the business owner. You will speak to the person that is in charge, or you're going to speak to the decision maker. That is the beautiful thing about this tool. And now you might be wondering, well, how can I find even more business owners so you're not limited to that free tool? Well, the next one is called Outscraper. And what you're going to do here is you can search for businesses on an entire state level or even country level, meaning you can go in and just type in your industry that you want to work with. You can even type in multiple industries. And then under locations, you don't have to necessarily pick one city. So let me show you. If we typed in Las Vegas right here, and I want to choose not just the city of Las Vegas, but the entire state and every city, then I can do that. And so now I'm not limited to that one city. I can generate a list of everyone in that state. And now when I categorize it by people that don't have websites, it's going to be thousands and thousands of people that don't have websites, and you're going to get all their reviews and everything else. The other interesting thing about this tool is it does have an email address verifier as well as a phone number enricher. Now, I have tested this, and from my experience, the phone number enricher tool is not as good as clearoutphone.io. So I would still consider this one, but it is there in case you need it, as well as a couple other features. And all you have to do is hit get data, and then it'll give you that spreadsheet. And this is also a pretty cheap tool. not very expensive and definitely worth it. Another interesting thing that you can do is categorize this list by the rating that each business owner has. So for example, right here, you can see at the top all the businesses that have less than a 3-star rating, less than a 4-star rating. And so now you can craft an email campaign or an SMS campaign or even a voicemail drop, meaning it's a pre-recorded voicemail that you can send to them that says, hey, you have less than 4 stars. Hey, you have less than 3 stars. Hey, you have no website. And then allow them to listen to it. And out of the people that are interested, have them just call you back. So now you have interested people calling you. But you can categorize it. Now you can sell them reputation management services or help them get more reviews or even verify their Google My Business, anything else that you might offer. So inside of our Go High Level account, if you go into automations right here, we actually have a workflow that we built that works extremely, extremely well with getting clients if you're doing any kind of SMS outreach, meaning we can text them and then also send them a voicemail drop. And what I can do is click into it. Now we have a whole bunch of follow-ups where it moves the different contact and, did they reply? Yes, no. If they did reply, send them this message. If they didn't, send them that one and follow up. But let me actually just show you this voicemail so you can just see how it works.
Hey, just wondering if you guys are still open. It said closed for some reason, and I tried searching for your website, but couldn't really find it. Did find your Google page though. I saw that it had less than 4-star rating, but I loved some of the pictures and the images of your work that I saw online. So I still love to chat. Just let me know if you guys are still open. If you're closed, then that's fine as well. You can just call me back at this number.
All right, so as you can see, it is extremely casual. This is my style. I don't want it to feel like a sales call. And I'm just saying, hey, I saw you had less than X amount of reviews, but I still like your work. Call me back if you're still open. And then I can pitch them on a new website once I have them on the phone and they're calling me. Then we have a couple other ones as well that you can use to reach out to clients. And if they don't respond, you can automatically text them different things. And this is perfect if you're doing any kind of cold calling. So for example, if they don't pick up, but it's a good phone number, then what we can do is automatically text them, right? Send them this message, send them this voicemail. If it's not a good phone number, we don't text them at all. Then if they still don't call us after this, did they reply? Yes, no. Then we can text them again a day later and send them another voicemail. Hey, just following up. I just tried to give you a call yesterday, right? So we keep speaking like this. So it seems custom, but the whole thing is automated and we have all these sequences already built for you. I have a friend that's making over $100,000 per month by doing this kind of outreach where he literally just hired salespeople and he has appointment setters and he kind of has a big company. I'm not saying you should do that. It's pretty complex, but it definitely works if you want to cold call or if you want to send SMS messages.
If you want everything imported into your account and just copy and paste everything that we've built with a click, you can now do that. It's working like crazy, not just for me, but we've proven that this works for people with all kinds of experience levels and backgrounds. In fact, Go High Level themselves rated us the #1 course because of the results that we get for people and the support that we give. I'm going to show you A to Z how to get clients, deliver results, grow your business, and then even hire employees to run it all for you. I'll even talk to you on Zoom and answer questions to make sure that you succeed. If you want all this for free, go to laptopceo.com or check the link in the description.
Now, if you want to send emails and you want to do email campaigns, look, I've tested all the different email tools and email verification checkers, but nothing beats just hiring someone on Fiverr to manually go in and just verify emails. A lot of times they can even verify phone numbers as well. So go in and just type in email list cleaning. You'll see a bunch of people in here. It's relatively easy to find someone, get someone that has good reviews. And a lot of times this is going to be very cheap and it's going to work very well. Look, there's a lot of people that have websites already, but that shouldn't stop you from reaching out to them and trying to sell them a new, improved, or better website. You won't believe how many times someone tells me they're working with some huge company or corporation and they're paying like $200, $300, $400, $500 a month just for like website hosting and SEO, but they're nowhere to be found. They're not ranked at all. This company is definitely not doing SEO and they hate working with this company. And the best part is once you actually reach out to these clients, they will stay with you for so many years. They could potentially become your clients forever. You just become their like go-to IT tech guy, and they're not going to want to switch. And just to give you an example, this is one of my clients. His name is Jeremiel, and he has been a client since 2019, as you can see right here inside of my Stripe account. And the best part is I got him as a client from cold calling him from a Starbucks. I didn't have all these complex systems and structures, but I just took action. And even though it wasn't perfect, that one cold call got me a client that is still paying to this day. Now, as you can see, the payments are $700 a month, and total he's paid over $45,000 per month. We started off in Google My Business optimization as well as websites, and then we've also added on a bunch of services like High Level and a whole bunch of other stuff. But the initial touch point that I had, I initially called him about his website and upgrading his website and getting him a new design. The next tool is called AppSumo. This one is amazing if you want to do stuff in bulk. I mean, you want lifetime access to softwares. You're going to get some amazing deals. I do have it linked up to my sheet right here. In fact, I suggest you even favorite this page because I'm going to update it as I find more and more tools. So the way AppSumo works is you're going to go inside here and just search lead generation or search any other software that you might need for your web design company, and then just scroll down and look through stuff, right? Let's take a look into one. So LeadRocks is a reliable B2B contact database with 100 million plus records, emails, phone numbers, and LinkedIn's. So the way it works is you buy it one time. Like this is a lifetime plan. You pay $79 and then you get access to it forever. Now, a lot of times you can only use it for X amount of searches per month. So for example, right here, the first tier, you get 5,000 contacts per month, but you get that for unlimited months. This is a lifetime plan. So if you're doing anything in bulk, these plans could be worth. So definitely check this out. I suggest you use some of the cheaper tools first. Once you get some clients and you want to scale up, then you might want to go into AppSumo to get unlimited contacts. And lastly, you want to use a software like Phantom Buster right here and maximize all of your efforts. So what this will allow you to do is to automatically follow different businesses, automatically comment on their post, automatically like their post. You can even like their stories and you can watch their stories and you can tag them in different things. You can do so much with this tool if you combine it with everything else that we're talking about. Look, you already have a spreadsheet of these business owners downloaded. You have all their information. You have their social media. And even if they don't have their Instagram link, you can go on here and send them LinkedIn messages or engage with them on LinkedIn automatically. So imagine you have this list of contacts that doesn't have a website. You go into all their social medias and you start engaging with them in a way that looks natural, like you're watching their stories, you're hearting their stories. Plus you're sending them messages on LinkedIn automatically. Then you sent them a text. Then you sent them a voicemail drop so they actually heard your voice. Now you sent them an email campaign. It's literally impossible for them to not hear about you. And if you have a good offer, then there's really no reason for them to say no. And look, by all means, if they're not interested, which some people won't be, that's fine. You can push them to the side and you can disable that contact so nothing else gets sent to them. But the big problem is that when most people reach out to potential clients, to potential customers, they never actually see their message. And once you figure this all out and you integrate all this and you set it all up, the best part is you can eventually hire a virtual assistant to do all this for you, to set this all up for you, to go into these tools, to extract the different leads, to categorize them and segment them and take care of everything. And all you have to do is just talk to the people that raised their hand and said, yes, I want to learn more. Yes, tell me your prices. Yes, tell me what you can do for me. Then you can go in, pitch your services, and make more money predictably within your business. Speaking of predictability, that leads into my next point, which is you can run ads for your web design agency and bring in customers predictably. Now, look, I don't just want to share with you my experience and tell you how I've grown my company with paid ads, but what I'm going to do is show you a live student that was in my community that did this method. I'm going to show you how he's grown. I'm going to show you his numbers that he he saw within his own ads. So if you go over to school, if you are inside of my community, that's going to be under classroom and it's going to be under guest series right here. This is where we interview students or just in general interview people that are crushing it and they want to share their strategies. Down here, we have Mitch, who's doing the 100 grand a month with SMS outreach. And I show you exactly how we did that. And it's funny because I'm even about to interview James here, which is another student in this community. And he said that he got from $0 to $10,000 per month, mainly by sending those SMS and voicemail drops like we mentioned. So anyways, let's dive back into how to run ads. If you hit play, let me show you what that looks like. All right, so let's make this full screen so you can actually see how this looks.
Contractors will build you a website completely for free, and we'll install a proven Google reputation management system into your business so you only get 5-star Google reviews. Cool.
All right, so that is the beginning of the ad. And so he ran this ad and he got absolutely insane results. Let me show you what that looks like inside of his ad account. Now we can see right here that he spent over $4,000 on Facebook and Instagram. And when I asked him in this same interview, how much money did you make back from that spend with that exact offer that you just saw in his video, which is a free website. All they do is pay for monthly hosting, or they're paying for go high level services as well, automations. So certainly you can sell something that's $100 or $150 per month. Or if you want to be slightly more advanced and charge more for very little more work, then you want to offer go high level SaaS services for $300, $400, $500 per month. And he said from that 4K, he made 3.5K back in recurring revenue. So on the surface, this doesn't seem like it works. You spent $4,200, made back $3,500. However, not one client dropped. That's exactly what he said in this video. So he spent 4K, made back 3.5 on the first month. Second month, he made over $7,000 already from this campaign, because this is monthly services. And then month 3, he's going to make another $3,500. And then he's going to make another $3,500 the month after that. Even if a couple clients drop, okay, maybe he's making $3,000 a month from that. But what he did was he spent $4,000 one time, and in 2 months, he already almost doubled his money. That is insane. Now, obviously, this is a more advanced strategy, and all of these clients are pretty passive because once you set them up one time, they just keep paying you every single month because all they're doing is using their SaaS services or they're just hosting their website through you. And inside this same video, we go over all the funnels, all the websites, all the ads, all the different ad copy that he has inside of his account that actually led to all these results. We go over his sales process. What does he say on the call? How does it all work? But again, I think that's too advanced. If you're just getting started, use some of these free tools. I gave you free lead extractors, free messages that you can actually send people. Start there. Once you're actually making thousands and thousands of dollars per month, you can switch to a strategy like this, invest a little bit of money and make way more money back. So now growing your business is very easy to do because you just keep reinvesting and you just keep growing consistently. And this is the real way to build a long-term growing and thriving business that most people don't seem to talk about. So now you know how to find businesses. If you want to watch me get clients live, you can check out this video next.